Why is it that there are so many people on the left these days? There are people who tend to vote Democrat who are mad that Trump is getting his way, and they want to have a 3-day sick day for all of them to do at once to show, I guess, America that they matter. This is from the American Wire News. It's a conservative outlet. They write, deranged leftists are reportedly planning a revolutionary 3-day national sick day or strike from work and shopping to express their opposition to the Trump administration and its actions. What do they think they're going to accomplish with this? It's the same retards that are out there doing the riots, doing the protests, trying to block people in, trying to cause chaos. It doesn't help you win. It makes you look like deranged weirdos. And that's all they know how to do. You know, America didn't used to have this. It comes and goes, of course, in waves. In the 60s, there were the 60s radicals trying to bomb buildings and protest. Sure. But the majority of American political activism is in organizing and winning votes, winning elections. You lose an election, you don't burn down your city. You go figure out where you went wrong, and then you come back and you try to win. But these morons, these are the same, type of people like the cancel culture weirdos and the DEIs. They only know how to do violence. They wake up and they choose violence, right? And they don't know any other way. But they come across as lunatics, and every time they do this, and the more they do this, the more they drive away people who aren't radical lunatics, further putting themselves into the ultra minority. So the event, they are tentatively scheduling it for sometime soon. So they don't even have a date. And geared particularly for working class, which a lot of these lunatics are probably not working class, I would argue. The People's Sick Day is a national movement created to impact the U.S. economy and demand real change for the American workforce by the American workforce. They think they're communist radicals because that's what, in places like Iran, where the communists worked with Islam to take over the country, they shut down all the industries. These people have dreams of being able to do that, but that won't work in an American society. Take a sick day. Here's this weirdo Rosebud trying to promote it. Let's see what they've got here. See if we can't take a look at this. All right, nothing there. Let's see what the reason. The People's Sick Day is a national movement created to impact the U.S. economy and demand real change. That's what voting's for, you dingbat. You got another year and a half before you get another shot. For the American workforce, by the American workforce, the People's Sick Day. Very communist of you. The people, coming soon. Tired of living paycheck to paycheck? Take some time off. Protests, get in the struggle. Wow. Yeah, that's going to win over a lot of people. According to a Substack post, the American Wire writes, by a left-wing activist known as Doc Lolo, what a name, the planned sick day is specifically about holding the Trump administration accountable. Right, so a protest, like all the other protests, which didn't do anything, didn't help your cause, probably further alienated you from the larger voting population. But another one of those, that's your plan. That's going to help. But these people are just stupid, man. The post reads, this isn't just about a day off. It's about a demand. Like a whiny child. A demand for real change where we can kick and scream and roll on the floor on our backs. I added that part. It's about shaking the foundations and telling those in power that we've had enough. Well, you should have done that when you had the chance to vote, you dumb retard. We're calling for accountability for the impeachment of a man who is the impeachment. How the are you going to get impeachment when you don't control anything right now? You think that the Republican Party is going to care about a bunch of douchebag retards are going out there like, wait a minute? They don't care. The Republican Party is never going to listen to these dingbats, and neither is the left. Now, the left might placate to them, maybe, give them some lip service, but only because they don't have to follow through on a political side. We're calling for accountability. They go on to say, for the impeachment of a man who has further divided this nation and defies our courts and tramples on our Constitution. Spoiler alert, it's all of our Constitution, and no, he's not. Now we're telling Congress, hands off Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid. We're screaming like little babies, no more tax breaks for the rich. We will scream, we will cry like little children on the ground, throwing temper tantrums. I added that for a little spice there. No, they said, we are standing against corporate greed and economic injustice because this isn't the America I serve. This isn't the America my friends died for. Yeah, I really don't think whoever wrote this had anyone who served in the military and died for anything. It was probably some fat, crazy person sitting behind a desk typing away. What is this? Libs, learn more about the plan event below. This is Libs of TikTok. Democrat activists are organizing a nationwide protest that consists of purposely not going to work for days to show employers how essential they are. Okay.
What if millions of us stopped working, stopped spending, and stopped producing all at the same time? There's a movement brewing. It's called the People's Sick Day, and what it is a 3-day economic blackout.
You really think that you're going to make a difference here? I mean, after all this time, after all the protests, all the riots, nothing. This doesn't help your cause.
It means no work, no shopping, no production, just pause. 3 days where we remind the system that without us...
They're shooting too far. I mean, at best, if you were going to do something like this one day, you really think they're not going to spend money in 3 days? You're telling me that some 500-pound Karen sitting at home going, I wanted to protest, isn't going to order some Mickey D's? Get some Uber Eats going on here? Of course that's not going to happen.
Us, nothing moves.
Except you're not even half the country.
But here's the twist.
We're
not giving out the dates until 48 hours before because we don't want to give the corporations time to plan and stop us from having...
Well, that'll mean it'll be way less effective, way less people will even be able to participate. Not that it would really matter.
This happened. Because let's be honest, if they knew what we were planning, they'd shut it down before it even started. This isn't a protest. This is a strategic disruption to the machine that feeds off of our hard work and...
You mean like a protest? Right.
Labor. If you want to be a part of it, go to thepeoplesickday.com, join the Discord, and join the movement. This is how we stand up against what is happening in our country. We need to shut it down. We need to shut it.
You know, they want to matter so much. They really do. You know that this chick really wants to matter. Oh, she's hoping it makes a difference. Man. Talk about delusion here.
It down. So go to thepeoplesickday.com, sign up for the Discord, and you can get more information there.
Man. Now, the American Wire writes, some conservatives have begun pushing back by urging leftist employers to blacklist them. Employers already know how essential workers are. One critic tweeted, maybe workers need to learn how essential employers are. Say, every worker who does this gets fired and employment blacklisted for 12 months. Then maybe they'll get a clue about appreciating what they have. Interesting idea. Script Trooper writes, imagine living paycheck to paycheck or just being downright poor and having some privileged rich chick tell you to take off work for some virtue signal. Patricia Rose writes, why not show your employer you're capable of doing a good job? You know, the job you were hired to do. You think you're going to spite Trump? You'll be replaced in a heartbeat. Rapid Unscheduled says they already spend every day out protesting since Trump won the election. Probably their employers are enjoying the increase in profits and morale with the Democrats gone. And none of this is going to matter. These people do not understand that this is the kind of thing that got Trump elected in the first place. The endless violence, the endless threats of protest, the insanity, cancel culture. All this stuff has led to where we are today with Donald Trump in charge, large and in charge. But they're going to try. I just wonder if anyone's going to notice.